Welcome back. It's not very often we get to say this, but both of our teams won, so both of us are pretty happy. United picked up 3 points, kind of surprisingly coming into the game. Sunderland have been such a good team coming into the week. They were top 4. They were one of the best teams so far to start the league, and we needed 3 points, and that's exactly what we got.
It was a pretty impressive start for Sunderland. I mean, they deserved their position too. They're a pretty good team. Granit Xhaka is obviously the biggest story there.
Renaissance.
They're doing good, and they were at Old Trafford.
And they have a lot of good players. Like, they have signed a lot of quality players. Like, they've spent a lot of money. Enzo Lafitte started in midfield with them. Xhaka didn't start. You know, we didn't see a normal team from them, kind of weirdly. United, we saw pretty much exactly what we expected. Šeško up top, and Mbumo, and then Mason Mount off of the side. I guess you could say Cunha, but he was coming back from injury, so maybe he wasn't definitely going to start. So kind of expected that. I mean, we know he's not going to play Bruno in the top 3 to start the game for some reason. So we just kind of accept that. Bruno Casemiro midfield, Dorgu out on the bench, I should say. Dalot, he fills in, but everything else pretty much expected. What you'd think. Pretty good performance, honestly.
Goalie though.
Oh. How could I forget? I mean, Saint-Lemont. I think that's how you say it.
It was a quiet debut, obviously, because it's a goalie, so it's he's easy to brush over.
That's what you need.
Yeah,
that's what you need. From the first minute, it was a competitive game. Sunderland always come out. They're always competitive. Their manager is one of the best in the Premier League. Honestly, I don't think Sunderland are going to finish top 10, and it's not going to reflect on him that much, but I think he's a fantastic manager. And Amorim, we know how we feel about him. He's not that great. He's not that guy. To me, maybe he makes some tweaks and we can change it. We'll see. But to me, coming into the game, it was a worry, and we started off pretty well. I mean, 8 minutes in, Mason Mount. What more can you ask for? I mean, the guy is just very important for Amorim in the last few months.
For some reason, Mason Mount seems to, when he's healthy, he's getting the playing time and he's trusted
everywhere.
He's trusted, and he can play. He's playing him at left wing back. He's playing him at different spots. I really still think Mason Mount. All the good things he does. You can still argue Bruno should be up there in that front 3 wherever, or in one of the attacking 2. Obviously not striker. But Mason Mount up there, and he's earned his trust for some reason.
And I don't know if it's the tenacity, the work ethic. I don't know. Bruno shows a lot of those things. I don't particularly know why other people aren't, rotated a little bit more. But nonetheless, Mason Mount gets his goal, well-deserved, well taken. Did really, really well for that first touch and good finishing. Had to have a good start because, I was expecting a draw. My prediction of this game was a draw. And we had to continue to keep it going, and we did. Šeško, 35 minutes in, cross goes in. Just a long throw, hits off of the defender and goes right to him. Good finish, exactly what you need. An easy tap in, but that's what you want to see from a young striker with what we think is a lot of potential.
Šeško, he's the new striker for United, just kind of like Gyökeres coming in for Arsenal. These strikers, a lot of new strikers. Isak switching teams, Ekitike coming in, obviously. A lot of new strikers in the league. Šeško's been kind of underwhelming so far, to be honest, but he's also on a fairly underwhelming team. So goals like this, even here and there, whatever he can do to help chip in, find opportunities to score, he's got to keep doing that to help United, because if United are going to have an even remotely successful season, when I say remotely successful, I mean finishing top 10, right?
We're 10. We're 10 right now.
If they can finish top 10, and that would be a good season for them compared to what's been going on. Obviously not for United standard, but for what's been going on. Top 10, pushing for European places would be where you kind of want to be at least. And Šeško has to be scoring goals. You need a striker scoring goals. Again, Bruno should be in the front line. He's the guy who I think should be in that front line because he can give you those goals when your striker's not really scoring. He's that guy. But Mason Mount, he scores. He's in there. He scores. Šeško scores. He needs to keep scoring. Like I said, a lot of new strikers in the league. He's one of them. And young guy, so,
Hopefully we can keep it going. He's got 2-2 now. we'll see. United we have obviously the international break. We'll get into that a little bit later. But after the international break, we've got a tough one.
Liverpool. That's gonna be a tough one.
It's gonna be a tough one, regardless of who the manager is or how highly we rate him. La da 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 da. It's a tough game. You're going to Anfield. That's always a tough game for anybody in the league, and it's just so much pressure. But having 3 points from this game really helps the confidence.
Yeah.
You don't want to go into this Liverpool game thinking, damn, we're playing the champions at home. We just lost or drew to a freshly promoted side. We have even less confidence than what we had before. But thankfully we got the 3 points. That's really all that mattered. We were able to hang on. Le Men, hats off, great clean sheet.
Did what he
Came
had to
for
do,
a couple of crosses, had 1 or 2 saves, but very quiet, very important debut for him.
Yeah, with how Liverpool are playing, if United could play Liverpool this week, no international break, it'd probably be better.
Yeah,
because Liverpool are kind of on the slump. United are on a little bit of a high for United, and so right now, but with the international break, I think Liverpool will just kind of gather themselves, and
it's hard not to think that.
It's at Anfield, and it's Liverpool, so it's gonna be a dogfight no matter what.
We'll see. I'm going 2-1 United.
Manchester City, what you've been waiting for, the team to be watching if you're a Premier League fan, to be honest, in my opinion. Biased, very much so.
Very biased.
1-0 win over Brentford. We needed it. It was a kind of a disappointing midweek game against Monaco, a 2-2 draw. Haaland with 2 goals, coming out after the game with some strong statements about the team, wanting more, demanding more from not only himself but the whole team. He's in the captain group.
He's entitled to that.
Yeah, he's entitled to that. He's in the captain's group. That's what he wants more from the team. He wants more from himself.
He wants to see more. I mean, against a team like Monaco, you kind of, no disrespect to Monaco,
a Champions League team,
my heart's out
but
to Paul Pogba always, but still, you kind of expect to win that game. You would think so, but I can see where he's coming from. Honestly,
he's a little frustrated. We go into this Brentford game, lineup pretty much what I think we would want. Doku not in, a bit of a surprise. Oscar Bob gets the start. Love that guy. He had an okay game, not his best game.
He had a couple good passes that were, later in the game.
Chances created that
a couple of chances that he was able to make.
But overall, though, pretty much a set standard. Rodri, Foden, Haaland, backline pretty much the same. I mean, Kuzanov, you could argue, should be in there, but he's still hurt, I think. So.
And midfield didn't finish, so.
And unfortunately, that's kind of where we have to start out, too, with the game. Rodri, I mean, he gets hurt. Unfortunately, he's just been hurt off of the ACL for who knows how many months.
You honestly hate to see it.
He comes back.
The guy just came back. You hate to see it.
Yeah, he comes back. He supposedly is going to be back after the international break. That's what we hear. But at the same time, when you see a non-contact injury, a guy kind of just walk off the pitch, it's bad.
He's had those problems before. Mm-hmm. Hopefully, it's just a tweak for him. As a United fan, I never wish injuries on anybody. Hopefully, he comes back and he is fit. But do they rush him back for the game after the international break? It is important, but do they rush him back for that?
I don't think you need to rush him back, especially I'm pretty sure it's Everton who we play, and I'm pretty sure Jack Grealish can't play in that game though or something. Maybe he can, maybe he can't. I think I heard that from somewhere else. Maybe true, maybe not. Either way though, we should be beating Everton with or without Rodri, but he's still just such an integral part of our team, so seeing him go out is a big loss. We need him to get back to full fitness. I mean, he has been back, but he hasn't been back. You know what I mean?
He's not been the same.
He's not the same full fitness. He's still getting the legs underneath him, I think. So this setback is kind of disappointing, to be honest. But hopefully he is back after the international break. Nico Gonzalez comes on. Really good performance from him. I really like seeing him in that role. He
also had a couple of good passes. They weren't chance-creating passes, but they were
facilitating
40-yard passes across the midfield that were, that's a good turn there and a good pass. It was good.
He does what he needs to do there in that role. He obviously, and he even knows, you're not going to take the spot from Rodri. Nobody in the world can, to be honest. When he's fully healthy, fully going. He's in there. So, I mean, he knows his role, but he plays it so well. He comes in, he does the job. Really like that. I mean, right at the jump, though, even before all this, well, the highlight of the game is, for me at least, is Rodri being injured. But Haaland scoring a goal in the 9th minute.
Acting like that's no news. Like,
whatever.
Haaland
It's another day at the office, to be honest. I mean, this guy's goal record is freaking insane. If you look at the stats of, like, goal-to-game ratios, I think it's like 0.9 or something crazy like that.
Does he already have a larger Premier League legacy than Luis Suarez?
I mean, the guy... I would argue.
That's
but nostalgia fans would say otherwise. At the end of the day, though, this guy is a world-class striker. Best 9 in the world, in my opinion. You could argue Harry Kane. You can't argue Mbappe. He's not a better 9. He's just definitely not. Maybe a better player, better winger. For sure, you could argue that. Not a better striker. I still don't think Harry Kane is better either.
Harry Kane's been playing a lot of 10 this year, too.
Harry Kane's been playing a little bit of 10, 9.5 as well,
He's
for sure.
He's pinging some balls, man, and like Wayne Rooney-esque, man.
Yeah,
like,
Harry Kane, baller, though. Not trying to hate on Kane, but that's just where Haaland is, though. Those are the comparisons you have to rate him, is players like Harry Kane, the great strikers of this generation, like Harry Kane, in my opinion. Haaland's up there. He's proven it. The goals are just insane. The amount of goals, the volume of goals. And even more than that, this season especially, his build-up play, his passing, his taking the ball in, holding up the play, getting other people... Anymore. Yeah, I mean, dude, the fact that people could even, like that's just insane to me. But it's just insane to me that such a legend of the game, such as Roy Keane, could say something like that.
I know that'll always irk Tanner. Like,
it's just blasphemy. Like, you may not like his style, his technique. You may not like him as his player profile.
But he scores goals, baby.
Brother, he scores fucking goals. What more can you ask from a striker?
I hate how likable he is, too. Because, like, he really is, like... He's
a
pretty
real leader.
charismatic person. Like, you see him after the game, giving his shirt to fans, letting them kiss him on the tree, kind of, caught up in the euphoria of the game. And it's just like, dang, he's very likable. He's a really good player. He keeps his head down. He doesn't talk a lot, and when he does, he always backs it up. And it's hard.
He speaks facts.
It's hard watching him play for City every week when we know, as United fans, he
that little glimmer of hope you had for United, that little glimmer of hope they had. But as the stories are written, this is just how it goes. He's a Manchester City player. He's already a legend in my heart. This guy. What he's just going to do for us, hopefully over the next 10 years, is just going to be astounding. Like, I cannot wait for it as a City fan.
I don't think he's going to be there.
I mean, maybe not 10 years. 10 years might be a bit exaggerative. But at the same time, if we can continue on the trajectory we're on as a team and we're not, fucking stuff up. If Sheikh Mansour doesn't fuck us in the ass or something like that, we should be all right. Hopefully that 115 doesn't fuck us in the ass or something. That would be very disappointing. And I'm not naive. I'm not gonna be like some of these like British English City fans who are like, oh, we're so innocent, we're so completely fine. Like, nah, bro, I get the reality of things. I see how this stuff works from the outside. Do I think we're innocent? I do, because I think we have the facilities. We got the facilities. Sheikh Mansour has the facilities, so that's why I think we're innocent. It might be the problem, but that's why I think we're innocent. Regardless, 1-0 at Brentford. We keep moving. Everton coming up. We should be continuing to climb.
Expect 3 points.
We should continue to climb. I want to see us fighting for the title. Do I think we're gonna win it again? I didn't predict. Did I predict us to win at the beginning? I think I did. I think we both did. But when the season kind of started, I kind of slowly was thinking maybe not, because you see how hot Liverpool were, but then
the signings, the crazy Florian Squirt signing for 120 million.
We can make a whole video talking shit about Liverpool.
Pogba gets 4 assists in a game, and it's expected of a $100 million player. But when it's 120 and he's got 0 goals, 0 assists in 9 appearances, what? We're bullying him. Get the fuck out of here. International
break, as we mentioned, coming up as well. Yep. The USMNT, a couple friendlies. I think Ecuador and Australia, I believe, is who we're playing. I might be wrong. That's coming off the dome, memory-wise. Yeah. Pretty sure it's Ecuador and Australia. 2 teams who are probably going to be at the World Cup. Yep. Ecuador is 100%. I'm pretty sure Australia will qualify with their...
Especially in that region.
They'll qualify. 2 World Cup teams. World Cup caliber teams that we should be showing out against. The rosters came out for the USN Day. We could talk about that a little bit. Some agreement, some not agreement. A lot better.
A lot better. A lot better than the last one.
Miles Robinson being in there.
Yep.
Don't really understand. Really, no Kai Banks shout out goal on his debut start for his team, center back. Could be seeing somebody like that in there. Miles Robinson, though, kind of my question mark.
Yeah, not really
we still have that left wing back, fucking can't even remember his name, from the Columbus Crew. Our favorite guy, we love to shit on, Arston. Just love that guy. I mean, he's back again. But
we'll see if he can score again. You know, in the last game he played well. There was a couple of players that played well that, you know, maybe were a little bit unfortunate to miss out on this camp. But it seems like maybe Poch is taking our advice, and bringing in a little more veteran players, and, you know, sprinkling in the newer guys here and there.
And guys we want to see, like Tessman's coming in, I believe. We got Adams is out. He's got a bit of a
little knock from Bournemouth.
I think he's got a bit of a knock, but also I think he's having a kid. But I think he got substituted on the end of Bournemouth's game. Maybe it wasn't from injury, but maybe not. But he has a kid.
He won't be there.
He has a kid, so he won't be there.
Big dog. We know you're watching.
We know you're watching, guy. International break, though, we want to see a 5 back. That's what I want to see. We want to see some progress.
Really
these
well
friendlies. We'll make some videos about these friendlies later on.
Yep.
But
two wins.
Look out for that international break videos coming up. So yeah, we need 2 wins. Two wins in the bag. Let's see what Pochettino has cooking for us.